Hello everybody, it's Big Fluffy Dragon here with another exciting video. Hello everybody. Big Fluffy Dragon here with another exciting video. Hey, I exist. I live. I don't know if Diablo 3 is actually showing up yet, but that's what we're playing today. Oh, and there's my there's my dumb ugly mug on stream, and yeah. It's not gonna work today. Oh, lovely. Alright, here. Let's fix that real quick. Properties, alright. Transform. There we go. And I thought I'd play something a little bit spooky for Spooktober. So that's what we're doing today. We are playing some spook. Some big heckin' spook. And there it is. Boom! Live. We got it. We fixed it. Alright. Let me just bop on over to the OBS. And then let's bop right in to this news. How y'all doing out today? How's everybody doing? I've been gone for a hot minute, haven't I? But I guess I'm back with another banger. I don't know. Is it really a banger? Guess we'll find out. Anyway. How do I get back to mobile dashboard? There we go. And now I can see the chat, and we're all good. Everything is Gucci. Alright. Welcome back. Welcome to Diablo 3. I've been playing this a lot. This is kind of my ongoing game. But, got the Necromancer level 55. Honestly, just like, I've been meaning to play this for a long time. I've been meaning to do this since it's Spooktober and all. I've been meaning to do this for a while. So, let's jump right into it. This is obviously not a new game, but Diablo, the story really isn't all that compelling. And I love Diablo.
Found some interesting things on my latest dig.
I absolutely love Diablo, but the story is a little bit much for me. Anyway, let's get back into slaying some zombies. I might play some COD Mobile later if anybody wants to watch that. I don't know if anybody does, but hey, it might be worth it. Some audio-less, whatever. I don't really know how to do audio on mobile games, so it would have to be audioless, but without my cam, it's a little weird.
Weakness consumes you.
Slay some things. Raise some hell. You get it? That's a joke. Do you get the joke? Joke is that is my life. I'm My life is the joke. Oh.
This art is denied to you. Too late, fool. I control these spirits now.
Oh, lovely. Get wrecked.
Magda is a fool. I will raise an army of souls from these primitives and chain them to my invincible...
I might play some Season later. Let's see if we... I've never really played seasonal play in Diablo, but... I mean, I'm pretty overpowered currently, so... The Lord of Goats. Oh, we got something. Let's kill some goats. Come on, goats. Come on. That's what I thought. What? Multiplying goats? No one told me about this. Alright, there we go. Honestly, never seen that, so, and this is like my 5th playthrough, so... Yeah. Always finding new stuff, I guess. But you didn't have to cut me off. Have your friends collect your records and then change your number. Listen, I don't need that. God damn it. I'd probably get copyright striked for that. Alright. I recently uploaded a very strange video to my YouTube channel. You should go check it out if you haven't already. Just me screwing around with some OBS Streamlabs. Yeah, this is just a little bit more of a casual stream, not really doing anything new, just kinda going, you know? And sometimes, you know, that's all we need. I've played this before, streamed. It was just not streamed to Twitch, it was streamed to a Discord server. So, if you aren't already... I had a very interesting conversation with one of my viewers, actually. And he offered to be my editor, so we'll see how that goes. That bread. Let's go. Man, those blood skeletons are so overpowered. It's ridiculous. This whole game's ridiculous, but you know. Oh, lovely. It's a building I can't go into. Welcome to Diablo. Like, don't get me wrong, I love the shit out of Diablo. Like, this is one of my favorite franchises ever. Just so classic. Alright, before we move on, we're gonna thoroughly investigate the... We're gonna thoroughly investigate this. Oh, come on. Die already, Jesus. Took you long enough. Is that a bit of, like, gore? Weird. Now the goatmen come. And the goatmen drum. Yeah, destroy that shaman. Got him. So I really wanted to play Untitled Duck Game, but or Untitled Goose Game, but yeah, I just don't have the funds currently. Give the goblins some gold. Oh, did we finally kill the goblin? Lovely. But yeah, I just don't have any money, so yeah, I couldn't really play a game that costs money if I can't afford it, can I? Oh, yikes. Being a streamer's expensive, man. But being broke isn't cheap either. It's funny how in America it's not free to be poor. We have to pay for literally anything. And for literally everything. And like, all of our, like... One thing that I find fucked up about America is like... You pay for literally everything. And it's like... We have to pry at our freaking government in order to... That's supposed to be there to support us, right? Government. It's supposed to support their people, right? That government that's supposed to support us, we have to pry. We have to pry literally every cent out of them before they do anything for the people. It's messed up.
Has acknowledged me. She promised me a special task that will bring endless glory to the Great One.
Oh, lovely.
I can hardly rest until she reveals it on the morrow.
Okay, cool. Anyway. But yeah, you pay for literally everything. A freaking ambulance ride costs $1,000. Like, even like things that we need, like fucking, I don't know, condoms. Like, HIV testing. You have to pay for that. Let me think. What else do we have to pay for? We have to pay for internet. Well, internet's of course just a given. Of course. Let me think. What do we have to pay for? Well, everybody has to pay for, like, what is it? Our meds, our life-saving meds. You know, those things we need to survive, those things that we need that cost $100,000 or whatever, they cost like hundreds of dollars, and who can afford that? Literally who? Who are these prices like priced at? Like, it's ridiculous, and pharmaceutical companies can go ahead and do whatever they want because we just don't. There's nothing we can do. We have no say, and we can either, and it's like pharmaceutical companies are like, well, you can either pay our price or you can die, and a lot of Americans can't afford health insurance, so like we have a choice between killing off most of our population, or like. Well, yeah, let's just say most of our population, because I think a lot of our population requires something because of our diabetes epidemic. and because Americans are just generally unhealthy. And also we like to do stupid shit like jump off, like, I don't know, like get injured at work. People get injured at work. People have mental conditions that they can't deal with, like me. And as a result, I specifically can't... Well, I can't get Medicaid because, in Missouri...
My training. Demons can be a threat to the balance.
Sorry. In Missouri, at least, like, you have to apply for disability before you can apply for Medicaid. And it's like, okay, well, that doesn't seem that bad, right? Well, disability is this whole separate entity to Medicaid that you have to go through through like the Social Security Administration and everything to do so, right? But it's like a whole nother set of forms that you have to fill out before you can even get to the forms to fill out for Medicaid, which is an entire like separate thing. So it's like, not only do you have to pay for this, you also have to be completely inconvenienced and take time out of your day, take time out of your life to go and get care that you need. Like, I don't know, man. Like, it's just overly complicated, and like the average person is going to get confused by these mountains and mountains. Like, here, like, this is literally like the thick stack. I'm not going to show you anything, but here's like the thick stack of my Social Security forms, and there's even more. That's just the ones that came with my packet, my first packet. But like, it's easy for people to get lost, especially like the people who need it, like me. Like, it's impossible to, and like even after this, after filling out all these forms, there's a possibility that I just get rejected, and I have to wait like months on end to do so. What the fuck is up? Like, you're the Social Security Administration. This is your one job. Like, besides writing checks for your grandma. Like, what? What is wrong with America? And then people like the fucking annoying Orange are like, oh, Obama bad, so universal health care bad. It's socialist, it's the communist, No, it's just fucking... I don't know, man. Like, it is some bullshit, and I can't. Like, it is hard for people to... This is why I live in my parents' house. Like, I can't afford to take care of myself, okay? There's no free housing for me. I can't get low-income housing. I'm too white. I'm too... I look good on paper. I don't look like I deserve low-income housing or free housing, but like, I don't want to live here. I don't live here by choice. I live here because I have to, and that's just how it is. Life's not fucking fair, and America makes it really hard to do literally anything. I mean, sure, we have like the lowest fucking taxes in the world, but like, on businesses specifically, and alcohol, yeah, cheap beer and tobacco, Jesus fucking Christ. Probably, and we have to pay for our fucking universities too, that like, we're not even guaranteed to, like, get anything out of. Like me, for instance, like I just literally wasted a ton of money, and there's no refund on that. It's just, you just waste your money, and they don't expect you to like get a refund. Like, nothing that's expected. And because it's your choice in the end. In the end, like whether or not you put yourself into it. But a lot of people, when they go off to college, they expect like this is just gonna magically make you smarter, and you're gonna come out of this 4 years later, and you're gonna have something, and you're gonna have a job. But no, you're not even guaranteed a job at the end of this, and you've already wasted thousands of dollars in 4 years of your life, sometimes 12 even, and yeah, you're fucked. And it's either that, or you're gonna be like stuck in something that you're not even sure if you like. And like, if there was an option for like, okay, so let's say I was interested in game design. Let's just throw that out there. I know like game design's an awful like generic thing that everybody's into, and it's a super competitive market, but whatever. Anyway, let's say I wanted to be a architect. How about that? What if there was a program where I could just go to... Now, I know technical schools exist and whatever, but they also cost money. And you're not guaranteed a job at the end of that. Albeit, they are far cheaper. And some technical schools actually do guarantee something at the end of it, but the majority of them don't. So, let's say I want to be an architect, and I go to, like, let's say that there was, like, I spend all this time and effort, and then at the end of it, I'm like, well, maybe I don't want to be an architect. Well, then you have to go through 4 more years to get another degree in a different thing that you like, and it's just like... And then you're already roped in by the end of it, and, like, you're either stuck with something you hate, or you don't get a job, and this is just how the college economy works. It's fucked, and you know, I just wish that I could go to college, learn something that I want to learn things that I want to learn, and then come out of it better prepared for the fucking workforce and ready to do my job as a function in society, as opposed to this like capitalist approach of just like every man for themselves. You either live or you die, or you go insane trying. It's fucked, man. And then, God forbid that I have to take an ambulance somewhere, because then I'll be in debt for billions of years. Like, not billions of years, but like that's an exaggeration. I'll be in debt for like $1,000 worth of debt, and that's just something that, like, no, I don't even have to call the ambulance is the thing. Like, if somebody calls an ambulance for me because they see me having a heart attack, or they see me having a stroke, or they see me like I broke my arm, but I'm like, oh, it's fine. I can walk to the hospital. But then if somebody like sees me and they call an ambulance for me, I have to pay that bill. The patient pays that bill, or the patient's healthcare provider. But the patient doesn't always have a healthcare provider. So it's like, and even then, like, a lot of health insurance doesn't even cover like $1,000 ambulance ride. And a lot of Americans don't even know the cost of healthcare because it is so friggin' expensive, and we are slaves to the system of privatized healthcare, where you can pay what you want for the services you want. But really what you're paying for is for somebody else to pay your bills every month. And there's something wrong with that. If there's an entire industry based around people, like, there's an entire industry based around not being able to afford your own healthcare, which is literally like, that is the health insurance racket. And if we're paying people hundreds of dollars a month for a service that is literally just paying our medical bills, that is messed up. Something about the economy is jacked up. Because someone has jacked up the prices on basic human needs. Someone is privatizing these basic human resources. It's just like, it's ridiculous. It's like, imagine if they privatized, like, I don't know, like, what if suddenly the price of food was $1 billion a year and $1 billion a day, and we had to like, I don't know, like, fruit snacks costed $20. I don't know. Like, imagine that. People would be outraged. There'd be friggin' war in the street. There'd be riots in the street, man. It's ridiculous. People would be running like, "Oh, don't jack up my fruit snacks prices. They can take my freedom, but they can't take my fruit snacks." But yeah, that's like what it's like, basically. That's what living in America is like. It's just like... And then what if somebody like... Okay, and now what if somebody gifted you, like... Oh, I see you're so down on your luck, man. Like, I see you broke a leg. Let me get a lift for you. Let me get you a lift with proper care and everything in there. Oh, that's so nice of you. Thank you. And then you slapped the beneficiary with a bill for $1,000 afterwards, plus whatever care you receive at the hospital, plus any medication you receive at the hospital, plus just being at the hospital for any extended period of time, plus meals, plus anything else, bringing our grand total to $100,000 plus dollars in just end user, or just end, or just like end client POS bill. So yeah, economically, it just doesn't make any fucking sense. And the only reason we accept it is because it's been this way since the beginning, and it's fucked, okay? It's fucked. We live in a society. This has been my rant, my semi-coherent rant about the American system and how it straight up doesn't work. Bernie 2020. You can call me a raging libtard all you want, but fuck. Something's gotta change. Something's gotta give. And it's like, here. Now let's take the conservative side here. Let's say you're just calling me, let's just say, like, take generic conservative ideology. Like, well, like, not necessarily generic conservative ideology, just like what you hear people spouting, I should say. What you hear from the right, which is when somebody presents this viewpoint, they usually present their counter argument of, well, you should just get a job. You should just you should just get your job. You should just get a job and pay your own way in the world. And it's like, well, I would, sir, but my debilitating conditions have crippled me, and I can no longer function as a society. What should I do then? Well, should I just die? Should I just perish because I can't afford medical care? What if I get cursed with diabetes? What if I get cursed with cancer, like a lot of Americans do these days? What if I get what if I get something like that? What if I get terminal HIV or something? What am I supposed to do then? Am I just supposed to God handle it or some shit. Like, we gotta help each other every now and then, okay? Otherwise, society doesn't function. As otherwise it turns into complete anarchy, and what's the point of having a fucking government if it's not going to actually do what a government does, which is supposedly to protect the citizens. Alright? So either we have complete libertarian anarchy, or we just have a clusterfuck like this, which is literally how society is. But Big Pharma is so fucking up in our lawmakers' assholes that they're not going to fund any sorts of bills like that, because it's just yeah. No need to sound like an Illuminati conspiracy theorist, but like, Jesus fucking Christ. It's hard not to sound insane when you're talking about this shit. Like, these are real problems. Well, whatever, man. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Hope you enjoyed. Anyway. My point is, we need to fix something. And people have their views on what to do, impeach Trump. Like, I haven't even talked about Orange Man. Orange Man bad. Yes. Yes. Like, that sort of shit. Libtard crap. Yeah. We're going there. Shit just got political. Instantly banned from Twitch. This is going up on YouTube, by the way. I don't even give a shit at this point. I don't give a shit. Yeah, I'm just sick of the way America treats its people. And I'm sick of the expectations of society to, like, that has conformed to this, like, okay, so let's back the fuck up. Okay, let's go all the way to our, let's rip into the American education system. Shit hasn't changed for the past 300 plus, well, since the founding of our fucking country. And it hasn't changed since the 1800s because, well, I know the founding of our country wasn't in the 1800s. It was fucking 1776. Or 16, whatever, whenever you want to count Roanoke or whatever, or whenever the first people finally decided to come over. Depending on if you count Leif Erikson or whatever. Yeah. It's Happy Leif Erikson Day, by the way. You can get a thing of Bergen. But anyway, if, like, the point is, the American healthcare system is archaic. Or not healthcare system, well, healthcare system too. But the American educational system is archaic. And it needs to be reformed. We can no longer support privatized university. University prices are so high now, like, you can get the same education that my grandma got for $500. Or not my grandma. My grandma didn't get educated, but your grandma, I guess. Like, my point is, like, but why? Why have university prices skyrocketed? Well, it's because of collegiate sports. A lot of it is. And the prominence of football. And that's... I mean, I don't have anything against football. It's fine, but when we're spending thousands and thousands of dollars on it, when we're spending more money on our sports teams than we are on our fucking teachers, that's a problem, okay? That's when we start, like, when it starts becoming less about school pride and more about competing on the NCAA platform, I guess. And college sports in general are over-competitive and overhyped, and I just find the whole thing to be rather dumb. I mean, like, I get, like, oh, it builds character, it builds teamwork skills, it does all this great shit, but at the same time, it also breeds people that become that breeds toxic masculinity, doesn't allow for the inclusion of trans people, for one, and doesn't include, and is very trans exclusionary as a entire, like, just as a side bit, I just realized, like, because we put people into women's and men's teams, and that's very trans exclusionary, honestly. Like, because men and women are biologically very, very different, and physically very different. Not saying that one's inferior or superior to the other, but, like, you cannot ignore that men and women have differences. And so we have to put them into separate categories. But at the same time, we also don't need to breed toxic masculinity. There's a way to do sports without, like, excluding people. And I just don't like to support institutions that like take these very important issues and they kind of brush them by the wayside too. Like there's all these, you hear about all these pedophile scandals and, like, this coach was a pedo, this person was a rapist, this person beat their wife, I don't know, like, this person's abusing drugs, like, that's all I hear about when I hear people talking about sports, and I'm like, it's becoming less about sports and more about the people. And we have this culture of personality that's just very strange. I think it comes from, like, WWE, because, well, everybody loves WWE. It's great, but, like, that's where that sort of stuff belongs, you know? It doesn't belong in, like, team sports, where the purpose is to work as a team to accomplish a goal. And I feel like this sort of culture is, and rivalry culture as well, like, you put so much effort into outbesting the other player, but why? Why are you putting so much of your school's budget into just looking cooler than the other guy? Like, let's be honest, like, it's never about, whenever they do, like, big upgrades or renovations, like, it's never about, like, actually upgrading the facilities. It's about making them look nice. Like, it's like having a good PC versus a, like, I'm playing on this, like a $400 laptop from 2016, and it's doing fine. But if this was, let's say, a NVIDIA GTX, like, or no, RTX, like, 2080 Ti Titan, whatever, if it was one of those, do you think I'd still be terrible at Overwatch? Now there's something to think about. Because up to a certain point, you can have all the, it's just throwing money away after a certain point. And I think Linus Tech Tips talks about this a lot. It's like, yeah, sure, having nicer gaming stuff does slightly improve your game, but it doesn't really. It's still based, it just, like, okay, so let's say it's like increasing a level cap, right? So let's say you have Like, let's say you have this much skill in something. If you have this much skill in something, you're not going to magically get this much skill from something because it was, because you suddenly get a nice laptop or a nice rig or whatever. You're gonna it just increases your skill. Like, it increases your skill amount. Like a level cap, sort of. You still have to get to level 50, even if you're level 20, starting out. But, it doesn't inherently make you better, I should say. And my point here when it comes to the NCAA is, like, there's all this culture of what looks better, what's gonna be better, or, like, looking a little bit nicer than the other guy. Like, it's kind of just stupid, honestly. And, like, it doesn't accomplish anything. It doesn't help the school. It damages a lot. It damages a lot of the school, actually. A lot of the time, it just straight up damages, like, the culture, and creates a feeling of superiority to their fellow fellow athletes, and it's just, it creates this feeling of false superiority, and it a lot of the times it just goes to their head, and they think they just think they're the hot shit, and they can do literally whatever they want, which is where we get these stupid jock stereotypes and stuff like that. Which in the end are just stereotypes, but I'd like to point out that
Got some brand new goods you might be interested in.
like, it does severely detract from everyone's enjoyment of the game when you're getting caught up in fucking politics. Like, I feel like a lot of the NCAA shit is just, like, it's just politics. And the same thing goes with academia. There's so much fucking politics in academia. Like, just as a whole. And keep in mind, this is just me going off. Like, I'm not even really talking about anything that I actually know jack shit about. I just am just a dude on the internet. You know? By the same note, like, yikes. Anyway, thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Hope someone enjoyed it. Feel free to argue in the comments. Like, I don't like talking shit, but, you know, sometimes it's gotta be said. Sometimes things gotta be said. And if I'm wrong about things, feel free to talk about them in the comments below. I'm sure I got a lot of things wrong, because I'm just screaming off the top of my head into the void, as it seems, with my one viewer. That one viewer, by the way, is me. I'm sure of it. Anyway. Hope y'all like politics. Poly as in many, ticks as in blood-sucking insects. I don't like to get political, but jeez. I don't know what got over me there. There's like, I was just like possessed by the liberal spirit or some shit. I really hope, like, whatever. I'm not apologizing. I said what I said. It's on camera now, and it's recorded for all to see. It's on the interwebs. If anybody really gives a shit about it, they'll tell me. Because that's how the internet works. And if someone gives a shit, good! It's gonna start a conversation. Shit needs to be done. Oh shit. Let's kill them. Let's kill them all. Surprise, motherfuckers.
I'm afraid not.
Delay him while I prepare his demise in the depths below.
Surprise, motherfucker. Let's go.
He did horrible things to us. Peace will come soon. Have they brought him?
He ate my children.
Yes, the man with the golden eyes. I saw Magda take him into Leoric's old torture chambers. You know us.
I
What an asshole. Open the fucking door, thanks. I don't want to listen to your sob story. Ida? Lois. 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 Ida. Lois. So yesterday on one of my chat rooms, we were I'm a furry, so like I spend a lot of time on Telegram, but we were doing voices, and I was like, some of the dumb shit. I've always wanted to get involved in voice acting, but I've never like, you know, had opportunity or anything. So we're in the fucking middle of Missouri, middle of scenic cornfield. But anyway, like, I've always wanted to do voices, and so, like, you'll see me do voices on the stream a lot and stuff, because like that's just what I like to do. That's entertaining. It's funny. It's fun. But I was doing some last night, and we were doing a whole Family Guy thing. This guy was doing a Ron Swanson, and sounds. Hey, Peter, it's Ron Swanson. Remember your old friend Ron Swanson? I can stand now. Look, I'm walking. But yeah, we were doing a lot of we did a lot of voices like that. And it was late at night, so all my voices just sounded fucking constrained as fuck. Like one of my early videos, I do this really shitty, like, cocained out Mickey Mouse. I go like, oh, alright kids, let's do some crack cocaine, hot dog, crack cocaine, oh, like crack? What about hardcore drugs like heroin? But anyway, yeah, I go on like that for about 20 minutes on that video. It's one of my Overwatch videos. I'm sure it's on my channel. But Mickey Mouse getting involved in drugs. Yeah. Just Disney has given a cease and desist already. Too realistic. Disney issues a cease and desist over that. I'm gonna kill someone. But no, I'm not. Yeah, I can do voices, I do shit. Anyway. Let's get into this. Let's get right into the news. Oh, lovely medieval torture devices. It's the rack! Put him on the rack. Alright. I don't need that. I think I might do a demon hunter build here after I'm done completing this run. What do y'all think? Think that's worth it? I think it's worth it. Enter the Halls of Agony. Jeez. This game's probably the edgiest game I play regularly. Besides Postal. But I haven't played Postal 2 on stream, have I? Should I play Postal 2 on stream? Leave a comment. Leave a comment in the comments below. Like, favorite, and subscribe. Subscribe to get a huge penis. like for a bigger dick in your butt. I like cocks in your ball sack. I don't know, man. I'm just talking. Like big fucking cocks in your ass. Things that you can't get away with saying anymore on YouTube, honestly. Big fucking cocks. Fat cocks. Fat nasty dicks. Hot nasty fuck dicks. Can I do can I do Toad? I don't know. Can I do Toad? Hi! I'm killing your eardrums! I just broke my eardrums! Ah! I don't know. Oh man, that sounded bad. That sounds like an old man Toad. That sounds like an old man with a back problem. Hoity toity toy. That sounds like an Irishman. An old Irishman. Hey there, boys and girls. Today I'm going to talk to you about Jacksepticeye at age 60. Because that's what I sound like right now. Except he'd probably sound like this, because his voice would probably be out. He'd sound all like this, because his voice would be totally dead from years of screaming. But clip that and send it to Jack, please. Anybody who knows Jacksepticeye personally, please clip that and send it to PewDiePie at www.bigdickbitch.com. Send it to me at spin.com. Got him. Oh, lovely. They're doing a ritual, I see. Get wrecked. Get rickety wrecked, son. Get rickety wrecked, son. I've become so numb, I can't feel you there. Becoming more, so much more aware. Can't you see that you're smothering me? Death is addiction. Crawling in my crawl. These crawls, they will not crawl. All is life to crawl. Be crawling waters, crawl. Crawl. I'm sorry. I had a bout of momentary insanity. I'm so sorry. Y'all like memes? How many of you went to Area 51? Were you one of the few that ran? How did I know that was exactly what the Area 51 raid was gonna be like? Like, seriously, like, no one showed up, and, like, that's exactly what I imagined it would be like. There's, like, 20 people in a field doing nothing, and I just imagined it doing that. I just imagined that. Because, I mean... Jeez. I like that they were calling it alien stock, like, look at some sort of fucking Woodstock. It was like 100 people, maybe. Ridiculous. I didn't go, but some people did. No one that I knew actually went. Excellent level design, by the way, by Blizzard. When you have to run all the way back with absolutely nothing to do, like that's my favorite part in Diablo. Running all the way back through the dungeon because you didn't turn at the right part. That's always my favorite part. But then again, it's partially myself to blame because I always like to investigate thoroughly all of the possibilities. Oh geez. Something's going on down here. Dead villager, dead guard, the rack, nothing exciting. Only some zombies. Kill them all. If you kill a zombie and then you bring it back to life, is it still a zombie? These are questions that need answers. We're on the stream. We're answering life's biggest questions. New possession. Let's check that out. Let's check out my skills. Death Nova. Blood Nova. Yeah, I've already seen the Blood Nova. I like the skeletal mages. Except... Cool. No, I don't want Death Nova. Let's see. Corpses. New revive. Oblation. Here's the damage of revived creatures, but each revive now costs health. Ooh. Nah. Not worth it. Corpse Lance. Blood Lance. Ooh. Launch additional lance from yourself towards the target. Jeez. You know, I'm just gonna go with Purgatory here. So that fits my build the best. Now let's check out Cripify. Borrow time. And cooldown reduction for every enemy cursed. Nah. Probably grave. Nah. Leech. Whenever a cursed enemy dies, you are healed. Perfect. Blood and Bone. Got Bone Spirit. Bone Spirit will now charm the target at the cost of health. I like that. Bone Armor. 20% health cost. Jesus. Increase your life per second per target. Whoa. I'm gonna see how that works. Because I kind of have a high amount of health right now.
That is not for me.
It's not. You're right. Shut up. And let me just swap those on, put on some pants. Wear a ring. Versus... Alt. Oh, perfect. I need to swap that out. I didn't know that. Whoops. There we go. I've become so numb. Yeah, let's just get rid of that when we can. Yeah, that's terrible. Alright. Perfect. Let's go get that bread. Let's see how long I've been ranting for. About an hour. I'll give it an hour and a half. I'll go get me some food. Yeah, you know what? I'll go for like till like 3:30 or something. 15 more minutes. Now let's see what this does. Let's see what this bone armor does. Whoa. Alright. Whoa, that bone armor is crazy looking. Whoa, what the hell? That's pretty cool, actually. Does that just stick with me? Because that's dope. And it only cost my life? Wow. What a bargain. I'm already... I'm stacking it too? That's insane! And I can just keep stacking it? Oh, that's awesome. And I have, like, insane recovery right now, so... That's crazy. I'm stacking 8 right now. How?
I am Asilla, once queen to our beloved Leoric. My
9.
were consumed by his madness. Now I give you my blessing, champion, to release my people from their eternal torment.
Oh, it looks like I can only stack 8. Alright. Let's free some spirits of the damned. Or, I'm sorry, the darned. When I was a young boy, father took me into the city to see a marching band. He said, son, when you grow up, will you be the savior of the broken, the beaten, and the damned? Said, son. Well, I don't know the rest of the lyrics, so I'm not a good emo. I'm sorry. To be fair, that's the only song I know by MCR. I know I'm a terrible person. But I know that you will carry on. Carry on and carry on.
After so long, freedom.
Give it more time.
Oh wow, I take the blood from the... Oh, that's that's awesome. Okay, I like that. I just go. Oh, and it takes... That's amazing.
That needs to recharge.
I love the Necromancer. You just do whatever you want, and everybody else cleans up after. It's pretty dope. Your memory will carry on. You see, I was always more of a panic guy myself. Got high hopes for... Shooting for the sky, but I always made a killing. Always gonna be that one in a million. Oh well. Maybe that's not my song, but you know what is my song? death of a bachelor. Oh, letting the water fall. The death of a bachelor. Oh, letting the water fall. A lifetime of laughter at the expense of the death of a bachelor. That's my jam. I love that fucking song. Like, Brendan Urie's a fucking god, honestly. Except, like, honestly, Pray for the Wicked was such a mediocre album, especially following Death of a Bachelor with this strange, not good, like, it's not that it's not good, it's just that it's just, like, not, it's not what it could have been, okay? It could have been Death of a Bachelor 2, but instead it was Brendan Urie doing more pop songs that aren't very good. One of my favorite songs, like lyric-wise, that's what really gets me. What really gets me is lyric-wise, like... oh my god, like... roll me like a blunt cause I wanna go. That's like the stupidest fucking, like, shoehorned in lyric I've ever heard as a weed reference in a song. It's like how in the 90s they used to be like, you know that song Lit, or that song by Lit, My Own Worst Enemy, where he goes like, cause every now and then I kick the living shit out of me. That's what it kind of feels like. Like, they're like overemphasizing the drug reference because it's kinda edgy and it's kinda out there, but at the same time it's kinda socially acceptable, so it's kinda trendy. And that's what I feel like with weed songs these days. Like Indica Badu, for instance, like, Jesus fucking Christ. But I also wouldn't call Pray for the Wicked a bad album. I wouldn't call I just don't think it's better than Death of a Bachelor. And I also don't think it's better than Too Weird to Die. So, but that's just my opinion. But then again, Too Weird to Die also had fucking this is gospel for the vagabonds, for insufferable bastards. If you love me, let me go. Like that? That's some fucking fire shit. That is, these wounds are these wounds are knives that often leave scars. The fear of falling apart. Oh, it's just so good. And the fact that it's like about real shit, and the fact that it's like about Brendan Urie's friend in the hospital because of a drug overdose, like, that's some real good shit. Like, that's some awesome and very Panic at the Disco shit. Like, that's classic Panic. It's really good. And the singing is so on point. And everything is just so on point. And I love it. And that being said, a lot of the other songs on that album are like are kind of really weirdly generic EDM ballads. But hey, gotta acknowledge some flaws, and I guess even God made us in his image, or whatever, if you believe that. And I guess even God has flaws. Want to believe that? Speaking of gods and flaws, oh, the new Blink 182 album. Oh boy. So I recently went on a big Blink 182 kick. Like, I was listening to I started with the classics, you know. I started with Enema of the State, Fire album. Then I started with and then I got into Take Off Your Pants and Jacket. That is just probably the best Blink album ever. It's just a non-stop, like, party culture-ish sort of... It's very Blink, and it's very good. And it's very good Blink. And it doesn't feel like they're old and washed up. It doesn't feel like they're taking the piss too much. It doesn't seem like they're taking themselves too seriously either. And it's just a good fucking album with solid riffs, good guitar, and like catchy ass hooks, which is what Blink is known for. That California swagger, you know? And it's just so good. But their newer stuff just makes me want to, like, I haven't even listened to 9 yet, but I'm afraid, because Take Off Your Pants and Jacket is such a good album. I'm afraid to progress, you know, like, I'm gonna review all of them eventually. Enema of the State, for instance, that was a banger. But that being said, it didn't have as many, like, it wasn't as lyrically strong, I don't think, as Take Off Your Pants. But I think that musically and sonically, it kind of establishes what Blink's about, but it also leaves room for improvement, which they do in spades on Take Off Your Pants. So, anyway, this has been your partial review of Enema of the State and Take Off Your Pants and Jacket by Blink 182. The first 2 studio albums by Blink. By California pop punk legends, Blink 182. And by the way, if Anthony Fantano had the same opinions as me, I didn't copy him.
My lord, the prisoner is ready as you requested.
We just are both cool people. Okay, I'm gonna probably finish off the Hall of Agony here, and then I'm gonna probably call it a day. Because I said a lot of shit today. For those of you who enjoy that sort of thing and want me to talk a lot more, this was all unscripted, so... Oh my god, dog, stop. My dog is barking for absolutely no reason. Anyway, for those of you who said I needed to talk more, I'm looking at you, Venus Flytrap. Or Venus Flypaper. And, those of you who wanted me to talk more, you're getting it. This is what happens when I talk more and I just get it all loose, let it all loose, you know? Let it all loosey-goosey. Unfiltered, pure, unadulterated, big fluffy dragon. Raw opinions, unscripted reviews, and Blink 182 news. Are you sure it isn't? Dark Berserker. I liked the anime Berserk. I didn't think it was particularly dark, but you know. Ayo. Hardened skull cap of hardening. Yes, that's what I call my penis, actually. The hardened skull cap of hardening. Because I'm always rock hard, baby! Anyway. Jesus Christ. I like having fun on the stream. Anyway, it's about 3:30. Should probably... Nah, I'm gonna... So this has been karaoke, reviews, and political opinions with Big Fluffy Dragon. If you liked this video, make sure to leave it a like. If you didn't, make sure to not leave it a like and keep your opinions to yourself. Or, if you want to voice your opinions, leave them in the comments below! Because I always read the comments, regardless of if they're hate crimes or word crimes, as the case may be. So, if you liked it, like it. If you didn't, well, you know what to do. And, make sure to like, favorite, and subscribe, and, as always, I'll be back probably tomorrow with another exciting video, so stick around. Peace out, and as always, keep it fluffy. Peace.